Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Terrence.
What's up?
And Micah is en route, so he'll join us in a few minutes. So, all right, guys, we're back. This episode, we do have plenty to talk about. No science and tech or stupid tech this week. However, we do have plenty in comic news, question week responses, some in checked out, lightning round, and of course, movie and TV news, and what the fuck, and trailers. So let's get right into it. I watched a movie called Tau, which is a sci-fi movie that was released on Netflix. It is not good, but you should listen to our review anyway because it is funny. So that's up in the Coming Distractions feed, and also up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Nerdpocalypse. So check that out. That's starring Gary Oldman and Ed Skrein, apparently. I didn't know that until I just looked it up. Yeah. Okay, so checked out this week. Outside of that, Micah saw Sorry to Bother You, which I think he'll talk about when he gets here. And then, did you watch Nanette, or is that his?
I think that's his also. I have no clue what Nanette is.
I don't know either. Ruth Bader Ginsburg documentary, as far as I'm concerned. All right, so let's move into comic news, and we'll jump back into his thoughts on Sorry to Bother You when he gets here. Comic news this week: Greg Pak is writing an ongoing James Bond series for Dynamite Comics, which is kind of dope. Look, I like James Bond movies. Brad is probably freaking out right now.
Dynamite Comics, so the one that just kind of does different properties, like for the that's
IDW.
Oh, okay.
But Dynamite tends to do classic stuff like Green Hornet and things like that. Like they have all those. But yeah, they mostly do a little bit more interesting work. But Greg Pak says, quote, "I'm thrilled to have a chance to play with these classic characters, giving them the biggest surprises, funnest toys, and the wildest plot twists we can come up with, and maybe even a surprisingly moving, emotional endgame. And I'm hugely excited about the creative team, yada, yada, yada." So this is coming soon. November. So this ongoing series starting in November, which is kind of cool. I would definitely read a James Bond series. I wonder, will they give him syphilis, which he should have had for the last 35 years? That dude never wraps up. You know he doesn't. Dirty old man.
Lord.
Next up, Shuri, obviously Black Panther's sister, who was made very, very popular with the masses in the new movie. She's getting her own comic, which is dope. It debuts in October from Marvel and will be written by author Nnedi Okorafor and artwork by Leonardo Romero. The series follows her as she takes the reins after her brother and titular hero, T'Challa, disappears into space. She'll have to, which is such a comic book statement. After he just disappears into space. Oh, okay. That seems reasonable. But she's going to have to decide whether or not she wants to leave her role as the head of bringing her country into the forefront of science and technology, or stand up for her nation, according to the logline. So that's cool. I mean, another prominent young black female character getting her own book is kind of dope.
So she's never had like a solo.
She has in the past because she took the mantle as Black Panther for a while.
Okay.
So she just it was like Black Panther Shuri kind of comic. Like early 2000s, like 2005, I want to say. Don't quote me on that year, but it was moderately successful. People liked her as Black Panther for a while. So I don't know if she'll take up the mantle as Black Panther or not, but she at least will get her own stab at a book. What's kind of interesting is, and this is not to shit on anyone, but it will be interesting to see how fast this gets canceled. And the reason why I say this is not because I wanted to, but because as much as people have touted how much they love Black Panther, they don't really read the books, and the series tends to get put to the side a lot. It'd be nice if they actually lasted.
Right.
So we'll see. I mean, people are pretty excited about it. I hope they go buy the books. So I'll check it out. Next up, this is kind of a fun thing. You don't read comics, so you're probably not aware of this, but Marvel used to have, back in the day, they used to have a series called What If, which was just, hey, what if the Punisher was Spider-Man? Like, they would just do these like ludicrous stories. And like, so they had that series and it ran for a long time. They were kind of like one-shot stories, right? Just like one book. And they would be just as ludicrous as you can think. And so they're actually bringing that back, which is kind of fun. They're starting off with What If Spider-Man #1, which they're basically saying, like, what if Flash Thompson became Spider-Man? Like this arrogant, like, asshole, and not like, with, great, power comes great responsibility. He's like, nah, fuck that. Like, let me get these bitches and, be a football star. Like, what would happen if that guy had those powers? And then they're doing a What If Magic #1, and a What If story with Ghost Rider, and a What If story with Thor, which looks like What If Thor was a frost giant, which is or from the Frost Giants. That's kind of an interesting thing. So basically swapping Thor's origin story with Loki's. So yeah, they kind of do stuff like that. So yeah, I'm very interested. And there's one of like, what if Punisher, like what if the Punisher was Peter Parker? Like what if Peter Parker decided to just be the Punisher? He had Spider-Man's powers.
He has his powers, but he's just murdering people.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I mean that seems wildly.
I don't see a problem.
Yeah, this seems like the most obvious answer. So, yeah, it says when Peter Parker's Uncle Ben is ruthlessly killed by a burglar that Peter let escape, he vows to never let the same fate befall another innocent bystander. From then on, he stands as a figure of cold retribution. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. The friendly neighborhood takes a different turn in the What If adventure, positing a very different sense of responsibility as the Punisher. Wow. With great powers comes great punishment. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of fun. I mean, they've been sort of weirdly doing What If stories with Deadpool in a way, like Deadpool versus the Marvel Universe, Deadpool versus Black Panther, these kind of like crazy wackadoo stories. They're sort of like outside of the normal Marvel Universe, so okay, I'm down with it. I enjoyed the What If stories, and if you haven't like Marvel Unlimited, you can read like the old ones. Like they're really kind of funny. Last but certainly not least in comic news is a DC story that's actually interesting. Very, very famous comic writer Grant Morrison is going to be relaunching Green Lantern, which is kind of dope. He said, instead of a big epic 12-part stories, we're focusing down on the everyday life of a space cop. Basically, it's no more apocalypse-ending storylines. The basic concept is Hal Jordan is like a space cop that patrols a sector of the universe where anything can happen. We've made it more of a police procedural. Okay, so I assume Dick Wolf will be involved on some level. So, all right, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, those Green Lantern stories had gotten pretty fucking out there, like with all the different colored lanterns and like the world is ending and the white lanterns and all this other stuff, like pulling in the whole universe. Like, yeah, I mean, it's just the Green Lantern. He can just like, he's got his little part of the universe and just keep him over there. But Grant Morrison does really good fucking stories. So that might actually even interest me into getting into this. But, we'll see. But it's still DC. All right, I'll take over duties since Micah has failed to arrive. So question of the week was with the announcement of RoboCop Returns in the works. What other classic action movies that had inferior sequels would you like to see given another try? Also suggest a modern director. Henry says Highlander, give it to Jordan Peele or Patty Jenkins. Both can handle action sequences, the character development and nuances, and the humor. Did you ever see Highlander? The original?
Probably not.
That's it. That one's good. The other ones...
It's a TV show.
The TV show was pretty good. The one with...
Adrian Paul.
Yeah, Adrian Paul. The other one, Highlander Raven or whatever... That one was not good.
The hell? I don't even know what that is.
It was the Lady Highlander. It was not good.
Because you don't like.
Yeah, it was because she was a woman, or because the writing was absolute garbage. They didn't even try. They were like, I don't know, she's a lady
Highlander's
with a sword.
The Raven.
I think it was called the Raven or something like that. It was bad. I remember being really excited for Highlander, and then they were like, there's a new Highlander series. I was like, that's awesome. Highlander Raven. It's a woman. I was like, all right, that's cool. And I watched it. I was like, this isn't as good. Where's Adrian Paul?
A female immortal and a thief tries to redeem herself with the help of an ex-cop. Yo, this...
It's super 90s, dude. It's super 90s.
Yo, this cover post.
Yeah, it's probably pretty bad.
Yeah.
Highlander, the TV show, was solid. That was actually, if that popped up on Netflix, I'd probably watch through that. Actually, yeah, it was pretty good. Johnny is an asshole, and he says, "quote Well, let me tell you something, brother. I'm gonna do a really bad Hulk Hogan impression. By that, I'm not going to do it. What the world needs right now is a remake of America's favorite early '90s comedy, dude. Suburban Commando. Get the fuck out of here. Is ready for a remake. We can even get the caramelized silverback Dwayne Johnson to play my role, dude. Look, I don't need Hulk Hogan to ever call The Rock a silverback. That's unacceptable. Like, that's another 3-year ban. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do, brother, when the world's biggest pythons run wild on you at the box office? And then he says, calls the cops on Jay for podcasting without a permit. That's probably something Hulk Hogan would do. Alina says, I wouldn't mind if Pitch Black got rebooted. Give it to James Wan or Jordan Peele, someone who has a good feel for horror. That's that's a good point. I really liked Pitch Black.
I don't think it needs to be remade, honestly.
Just give him more of those movies, right?
What, the Chronicle, like the Riddick movies?
I thought Chronicles of Riddick was fine. I would even go on record and say I liked it, but I really liked Pitch Black.
Pitch Black is great.
Yeah, I thought I liked that universe, but then they hyper focused on Vin Diesel's character, which I thought was kind of a mistake. I mean, granted, he was a fucking badass in Pitch Black. Like, that was the movie where I was like, I really like this guy. Yeah. Like, because I remember the beginning of this movie, I was like, yo, this movie might actually be kind of terrible. And then as it like went on, I was like, I'm actually kind of digging this movie. And I really thought Pitch Black was great. But Chronicles of Riddick was good. I liked it. And then I didn't even bother with Riddick. No.
I think the game may have been better than the movie.
That's what everyone says. I've never played that. Like Butcher's Bay or something?
Yeah, Escape from... Yeah, something like that. I forgot. Whatever. Yeah. Escape from Butcher Bay. Yeah. Is that
something?
Whatever.
Yeah. Either way, I don't know that you need a reboot, but I wouldn't mind seeing Vin Diesel, like, I don't know, try to get in shape and like do those movies again. Like, I wouldn't mind it. Like, I like the character Riddick. The character was dope. He almost went blind doing that movie, the first one, because of those contacts. He couldn't get the contacts out of his eyes.
He couldn't get them out of his eyes.
Yeah. They were actually like whatever type of contacts they were. I want to say they were like a type of like really thin metal or something. Like they got stuck in his eyes for a while.
I don't like shit.
Yeah. He almost went blind, which is wild. I was like, Pitch Black was good. It wasn't that good.
It wasn't losing my eyesight good.
Like, no, it was not.
Like, die for my craft. Yo, if I lost my eyesight in a role for a movie, you know how fucking mad I'd be.
Yeah, you could play Ray. Jamie Foxx did it. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fucked up. Like, we wouldn't have had a Fast and Furious movie if that shit didn't work out. That shit would have been a wrap. Next up, Carl says, this one didn't have a sequel, but I want to see a modern re-sequel boot of the 1988 Rowdy Roddy Piper vehicle, They Live. Call it They Still Live, or They Live Again if you want. Revive Piper's character, cast either Eddie Redmayne or Bill Hader in the role. Those are two very interesting actors to put in that role. And let Triple X Return of Xander Cage director DJ Caruso helm this son of a bitch. Done and done. You saw Triple X Return of Xander Cage?
I did.
You did not care for that movie at all.
The movie's terrible.
Yeah. What are you talking about, Carl?
Yeah, what are you talking about, Carl? You wildin'. Nah. They Live is supposed to be like a cult classic, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Why didn't he say anything about Keith David?
Yeah, Carl, you're being a racist.
Bring Keith David back.
Keith David should play. Yeah, that was one of the greatest fights of all time. Like two soup cans beating the shit out of each other
in an alleyway. I don't think.
Hey, buddy.
People.
Hey, what's up, Captain Fuchsia? How you doing? Welcome aboard.
Yeah, people tout that as a really great fight sequence.
It's just hilarious.
It's just two dudes beating the shit out of each other. It's like a street fight.
Yeah,
that you would see in the street.
Yeah, like it's two untrained morons beating each other up.
But the thing is, Roddy Piper isn't an untrained moron.
That is true.
Wrestler.
Yeah, he's a liar.
So yeah.
Is he dead now?
Yeah, he's dead.
That's sad. Brad says, I wouldn't mind seeing another shot at a sequel to the original Matrix film with Denis Villeneuve directing. Yeah, I'll take that. That's not bad.
The which one? The original? The guy that did the...
He did the first Sicario movie, and he also did Blade Runner 2049. That guy's he's got a fucking visual style. Like a gorgeous visual style.
Didn't he do The Arrival also?
Yes. Yeah. All right, I could see him remaking. I don't think the Wachowskis should touch The Matrix ever again.
I don't really think the Wachowskis should do anything anymore.
Yeah, I think their time is done.
Their time is done. Like, they've had their moment in the sun.
Oh.
Sense8, which I heard was very good. But what about Cloud
Season
Atlas?
2, right? They have 2 seasons of Sense8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just got canceled. Cloud Atlas I didn't see, but that's not the bad one they did.
Jupiter Ascending.
There it is. That
elf
was Jupiter Descending. That movie had Channing Tatum skating in the sky and
with elf ears.
Yeah,
And
he was a dog.
And like Mila Kunis was like Queen of the Bees or some shit like that.
Yeah, I saw that screener.
None of that makes any goddamn sense.
Yeah, no, but that's exactly how it happened. Yeah, that was not good. She scrubbed toilets in the beginning and then found out she was the princess of the universe.
Yeah.
And then the movie ended with her scrubbing toilets.
Yeah, Mila Kunis was a janitor. Mila Kunis was a janitor.
Like, even if she had no skills, she could just be like, "Hi, I'm Mila.
Hi, I'm a hot chick."
Yeah, like I'm Mila Kunis. Like, right this way. Like, the world is your oyster. They're like, no, scrub toilets. I was like, all right, well, that's dumb. Yeah, that movie was bad, and Eddie Redmayne was in that, and he was terrible in that movie.
Yeah, he couldn't control the modulation of his voice.
Yeah, he was doing his best Nicolas Cage. He was either whispering or screaming for no reason. Yeah, so Brad's right. That's Denis Villeneuve for The Matrix. That's not bad. They talked about rebooting that. So
The Matrix?
Yeah, you'd have to get a hell of a director to reboot that, right? Like, because people got to come in like, wow, guns blazing, this is going to be great.
Different story? Or just reboot the same, or just redo the movie?
Right, like what's the point of that, right?
Like, certain movies just don't need to be rebooted.
You could just continue in that universe.
Yeah.
Who would replace...
It's been almost 20 years, man.
Do people even remember The Matrix?
I mean, look.
No, it has been 20 years since the first one.
Yeah.
Like, do young people really remember like the power of that movie?
No,
they don't.
Because I remember seeing that movie on summer vacation at the Green Spring Shopping Center movie theater, like before, like summer break, like before college. And I remember people going to college and people were like, yo, this movie has changed the world.
Yeah.
And it kind of did for a while.
It did change the world.
It changed filmmaking.
It changed how Americans saw action. I mean, they just lifted it from Asian people.
Yeah. And we're like, look what we invented. And everyone's like, wow, Americans are amazing.
Yeah.
And then the second one was bad and the third one was worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. Next up, Malcolm says, only one answer, Big Trouble in Little China with ScarJo as David Lopan. That's funny.
No, they are remaking that.
Are they?
Yeah, I know.
You know who's going to be good old Jack Burton?
John Cena?
Close.
Who is a person who would play a role that John Cena absolutely should play, who's going to fucking ruin this?
Oh, fuck off. Yeah. The Rock?
That's correct. Yep.
I'm not seeing it. I'm just off of GP. No.
Here's the thing. I'm not seeing a remake of Big Trouble in Little China. I will stay home and I will watch the original without that. No, fuck that.
Opening night, you'll sit home.
Yeah, I will sit home and watch the original. Fuck you.
That
movie is flawless.
That movie is so like weird and of its time. It just wouldn't make sense now.
It's bonkers. It's fucking bonkers.
Can you imagine that movie? The millennials going to see that movie?
Yo, the yellow fever that's going on in that movie and people... Nah, man.
They have an Asian hero named Egg Shen. You gonna put this in a movie? Nah, yo. Like, and they weren't even just Asian; they were Asian stereotypes, like super Asian stereotypes. No, that movie is super problematic. Look, if you are under the age of 30, don't even watch the original. I don't want to hear your hot takes. It's supposed to be ridiculous. That, by the way, that movie is a video game. Like that movie is a video game translated into a film.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got levels. Like, they had an underwater level. There's mini bosses.
Yeah, it's an 80s video game. Yeah, you're right.
I love that movie. No, fuck that. I absolutely do not support a remake of that. Although when I heard about it, I was like, maybe The Rock could probably work. Nah, at this point, no, I take it all back. Malcolm, I guess, is naming wrestlers.
Yes, because we had fun at Malcolm's expense last week when we said he hates black people, wrestling, and fighting games. Okay, he loves all three, and he names 2 black wrestlers:
Lashley, Shelton, and Usos.
Bob Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and the Usos. Who I'm not claiming them. I'm not claiming them because they were all Samoan, right? When they were faces, they were doing all that shit.
That was wildly unacceptable.
That was wildly unacceptable. You know what else is wildly unacceptable? Now that they're hot now because they're acting like a couple of thug niggas.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. Yo, don't scream, yo. If you ain't got a screaming voice, don't scream. I don't have a screaming voice. You don't hear me scream. Because I sound like the Usos when I scream.
Yeah, that's what they sound like.
That's what they sound like, yo.
Nah,
that's not intimidating at all. And they ain't black. Fuck it. I know they ain't black because they got that same fucking Samoan titty tattoo that The Rock and Roman Reigns have.
Nah,
them niggas ain't black.
But one of them married a black woman, a fine ass black woman.
He can come to the cookout
with her.
Yeah,
and then I can
with her.
Yeah, he can't come by.
And
himself.
then you can leave her, and then you can go back to whatever screaming match you want to go to. He says, I can't get down with the Tyler Perry characters such as Patrick or the New Day.
So Patrick Clark is this guy named Velveteen Dream. He's a cross between Ravishing Rick Rude and Prince.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. But
Malcolm hates black people.
And the New Day are,
they're buffoons.
Everybody knows the New Day.
Yeah, but they're buffoons. Like, that's their whole thing. But everyone loves them.
Yeah, well, unless you're a hotep,
Malcolm.
Then it's these gay niggas of making you eat cereal that'll turn you gay.
Wow, Malcolm, I can't believe you believe that. That's crazy.
That's ridiculous, man. What is wrong with you?
Malcolm is our resident hotep. That's the rumor I'm gonna start. I mean, he isn't really. He's not. It's not like Amir who has a hotep tattoo. Yeah, that's right. You do. He's got a fucking IRA. Get out of here. Yeah, we've seen it. Nigga. James says, I'd say Escape from New York, but they already have Space Jail. That is correct. So I'll go with the sequel or reboot of Speed. Directed by Gavin O'Connor, who did Warrior and Autistic Batman, The Accountant. That's what that movie is. It is.
I've seen
They're making a second one.
Oh, what? The Accountant?
Yeah.
All right.
That's
so
fine.
we do a sequel to Speed?
A sequel or a
to get
reboot?
the taste out of to get the Speed 2 Cruise Control.
I've never seen that movie. I refuse to see a movie called Speed Cruise Control. That doesn't make any sense. And it was on a boat. That's not interesting.
Yeah, it's really dumb. Yeah, just scrub that from memory. You don't need to reboot Speed. That's another movie that you don't touch it. Yeah, no, Speed is a quintessential action movie. I put Speed up there. Die Hard is my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, you're putting Speed
I would put Speed up there with Die Hard.
Yeah, it was the first one to capitalize on the Die Hard thing. It did it well.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And then they put Steven Seagal on a bunch of Die Hards and it's just like,
Die Hard on a train, Die Hard on a boat.
No, shut up.
He fought a chef with a knife and stabbed him in the head. That's wild. Or he was a chef.
He was a chef.
Yeah, Speed is up there.
Yeah,
I would argue Speed's in the top 5 action movies.
I love Speed.
Speed's a great movie. But you know what makes Speed just the same thing that makes Die Hard so fucking good? The leading man is fucking great. Keanu Reeves is on fucking point in that movie.
Yeah, I think that might be his best.
It is. It absolutely is. If Jack was here, he would have a tear in his eye saying that Sweet November is his best movie.
I like Sweet November.
Yeah, you're a cuck. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, she died in the bathtub. Oh, it's sad.
She had cancer, my nigga.
I know. I'm not going to watch it because I don't need to cry. I'm a grown-ass man. Get out of here.
Live with me for 6 months.
And watch me die in a tub?
Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that?
Nah, come on, man. That's terrible. Let me live my life. No, but Speed is a great fucking movie. It is. Yeah. Michael says Short Circuit, the second one without Steve Guttenberg, or the Goot, as he wrote, was just terrible racism. Yeah. Because
yo, what's his name? I thought Fisher Stevens was fucking Indian.
I thought he was Indian.
Sorry,
I found out on this show. Yeah, I didn't know that character wasn't Indian.
At that point, I had known he wasn't.
Yeah, I think you were the one who told
us. Like, yo, he's not Indian. And I was like, that blew my goddamn mind. I was like, wait, what?
I was like, yo, that Indian accent was pretty good. Like it was. Yeah, Fisher Stevens
that's really fucked up. Talk about.
I'd never have known an Indian actor could do something like that if someone who wasn't playing that role ended up playing that role. I mean, if he didn't play that role, we might not have a Short Circuit.
That's true. They would have probably just canceled it.
Yeah.
Like, we could not find an Indian guy. Sorry to cancel.
Couldn't find a smart Indian.
that knows computers and engineering.
It's fucking odd how that works.
Just to pick up a rock and throw it. just anywhere.
But that was the 80s.
I think they were around in the 80s. I think smart Indians were around in the 80s.
Look, there are only.
I don't remember all those thug hooligan Indians being around.
No, it's not really their thing. There are only two types of Indian men: doctors and engineers. You think I'm playing? My father-in-law, doctor. My wife's cousin, who just came here, engineer for IBM. Like, of course. Like, what the fuck?
Because when college costs $37 a semester. Like,
yeah, but over there, that's a lot of money. Depends on where you're from.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucked up, Fisher Stevens. He was like, look, I'm trying to get work. Alina says, The Fugitive, I didn't hate U.S. Marshals, but it pales in comparison to The Fugitive. She says Christopher McQuarrie would be a good fit. It's not bad. He does the Mission Impossible movies. I like that. Let's see. Let me skip around. I like this one. Leopoldo says Matthew Vaughn directing Chris Pratt and Tom Hardy in Tango and Cash. That's not bad.
I've never seen the first one.
I'm sorry, what?
I've seen Tango and Cash.
You've never... How? How have you never... Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone? That's like one of the great action movie pair-ups. They had to beat that guy with that massive chin. That movie is insane, by the way.
What was the other one? Wasn't there another one with them two?
Starsky and Hutch. Is that what you're thinking of?
No, there was another one.
The fuck?
I thought you were just thinking of two white guys as cops in movies.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You guys are racist. Have you never seen Tango and Cash?
I've seen Tango and Cash.
Yeah, okay.
That's the one where... I've seen like the real Starsky and Hutch. I saw that comedy Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, that's all I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That car was awesome, though.
And what was another one? I didn't see the one with the dog for obvious reasons.
The one with the dog?
Yeah.
Turner and Hooch?
Yeah.
Oh. Look, as a dog person, that dog slobbered a lot, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
that's just gross.
That is just gross.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah. I don't know what movie I'm thinking of.
I don't either. Brandon has the best response, I think. Brandon says, The Lost Boys, get Edgar Wright to direct it. Yeah.
Wasn't that the vampire movie?
Yes. I just rewatched this recently.
Nah, I've never seen it.
I am surrounded by the worst people. Are you serious? You've never seen Lost Boys?
I've seen bits and pieces.
I don't like white 80s, guys.
I don't like white 80s.
I just don't.
Oh, Lost Boys is good. It's got Kiefer Sutherland. He's the villain.
I've never seen the entire thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, Jack Bauer.
Is he acting like Jack Bauer, or is he acting like, somebody not Jack Bauer? Like, is he hunting these vampires and torturing them through waterboarding?
He's the
and
main
did he
vampire.
die a few fucking 1,000 times and then come back to life?
Technically, he did probably die and come back to life.
I mean, yeah.
Because he's a vampire.
Yeah.
But
he murders people. He hunts people down and murders them. He has. I will say this about Lost Boys. I like that movie. Like nostalgia wise, it is utterly ridiculous, and I enjoy it. It's funny and it's over the top. But the vampire makeup in that is actually pretty good. Like the way they do their faces when they actually are like in full vampire mode.
One of the Corys in it.
Both of them are in it. The Corys are in it together.
Corey Haim and Corey
Feldman.
Oh, okay. Which one was dead?
Corey Haim, I think.
Haim, yeah.
Okay.
The not brunette.
Okay.
I can't remember if it's blonde.
They both look alike to me.
They do not look alike at all.
All right, I'm only thinking of one. The one that's alive, but I don't know which Corey that is.
That's Feldman. I'm pretty sure that's
Feldman is the one alive, and
he's got jet black hair.
He was like the Michael Jackson fanatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a weird guy. They were both pretty weird. They had sad lives because they were both sexually abused in Hollywood, which was really fucked up.
Yeah, that's terrible, man.
Yeah. Trey says, look, this is also good. American Ninja, even though the direct sequel is as good, fuck American Ninja 3. I agree with you. American Ninja 3 is terrible, but the American Ninja movies are awesome.
I've never seen any of them.
Again, I'm surrounded by the worst people.
I saw American Ninja Warrior.
Randy says, how about Best of the Best or American Ninja? Jesus Christ. And Gustavo gives a hilarious response. The Land Before Time, the first one was good, but the other 12 were trash. All right, let's move on from there. Thank you for all your responses. I skipped a few, but thank you to everybody who responded. Also, make sure you go to thenerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. Should have probably told you that before Prime Day, but hopefully you guys all did that shit. If you use that link, thenerdpocalypse.com/Amazon, we get a little bit of a kickback. It's not much, but you don't pay anything extra, and it helps out the show. All right, Terrence, lightning round.
Thank you for taking that long to do all of that because I closed out the docket. First up,
God damn it,
Aquaman. We got a poster for Aquaman.
I like this poster a lot, actually.
Let me see.
This is the.
I haven't seen this poster.
This is the one from Den of Geeks.
Okay.
This is the one that's more like almost like a painting.
Yeah, it looks like an 80s poster.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the idea. Is like an 80s action film, action adventure film.
Oh, this is fine. What was that other thing that they showed?
That other one was another poster of him in leather pants for some reason underwater. I feel like your junk is just not pleased with you. You can't be in leather pants underwater, dude. Like, I don't care how attractive you are. Like, that's not acceptable.
That's just dumb.
Yeah. What do you think of this poster or the leather pants underwater poster?
I'm not a fan of leather pants. My cousin, the Kiss My Bumper guy, is known for wearing leather pants all over the place.
By the way, let me just stop you right there. If you are a Baltimore native and you thought you heard what you definitely did hear, yes, Micah is directly related to the Kiss My Bumper, Just Kiss It commercial guy. Micah is this close to Hollywood royalty, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
What was it like for your family, like when that was like really big? Could you guys could you go out without being harassed?
Yeah, we could. He's a nice guy, but he wasn't that famous.
What kind of money do you make doing them dumbass commercials?
Not a lot. Not a lot. Not if you got to buy pleather pants. No. It ain't that much money.
That is unfortunate.
His whole family is a bunch of comedians.
Oh, is that right?
Are they funny?
They try to do stand. His whole family is a bunch of comedians.
That's weird. It's weird that you just repeated that. It's too strange.
Like so.
I feel like I answered your question with that statement.
Well, comedians are funny. So
I've heard about none of them. So there you go. Gotcha.
There you go.
I've watched some of his stand up on YouTube. It is.
So have I.
I need to do that.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, now I definitely do. I'm sorry, I have to.
No, but
yeah, I'm gonna do that at some point in time. What is his name? Kiss My Bumper Guy.
I was gonna say,
Kiss My Bumper Guy. I'm not gonna put his government name on because that's my family.
Yeah,
Kiss My Bumper Guy. You will find it.
Oh, you definitely will.
Next up.
This poster looks good, by the way.
Yeah, that poster looks way better than that.
It looks like a
leather
faux,
pants poster.
Looks like a faux Drew Struzan poster.
It does. A couple of things about the poster. Dolph Lundgren looks like an idiot.
Where's he at?
To the right, just above Jason Momoa's.
Wow.
Yeah, he just looks like a doofus. This is not a good picture of him. I like that they didn't shirk from that Ocean Master mask.
No, they didn't.
They went right the fuck in because that's exactly what it looks like in the comics.
And that's exactly what you need to do. Look, all that bullshit, all that talk, all that bullshit. I'll probably end up seeing Aquaman.
Definitely.
I really hope it's good.
That's my whole thing.
Like, if you see it and say it's not good, I'm not watching it. But I if you see it and say it's okay, then I'll give it a shot.
She's getting ready to text my wife. I'm like, turn the TV down. There's a ambulance. Yeah, look, but I like that they're leaning into it.
Yeah, that's what you got to do with these things. I mean, like, you got to embrace this shit. You know
right.
What I mean?
Look, we're already there. We already know it's ridiculous. Right. He lives underwater. Like, no, we're already here for this dumb shit. Okay, then just lean into it. That's fine. Like, people got all like crazy about the image of like the Fisherman King or whatever that's played by Digimon Hansu, and they're like, this looks ridiculous. Yeah, they look ridiculous. Like, yeah, that's what they're supposed to look like. I mean, more or less. So
if you nail the costumes, that's half the battle. People will forgive a bad movie if it looks good.
It's very true. And look, Black Manta. Look, I told you. They didn't shirk from Black Manta either. You got to do the helmet. You can't half-ass it. It looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. He just needs to be a fucking ninja. That's just a ninja with a big fucking head. That's all I want. All right, next up.
What is this? Spider-Man Far From Home cast Newman Acer, or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it.
A car, maybe?
A car?
Probably. He has a face that tells me that's probably the pronunciation of that name. People are shocking news. He's going to be in the live action Aladdin.
I was about to say he looked like he could play Jafar.
Yeah, well, that's what he's going to be.
Yeah, all right, that's pretty good.
Oh, well, okay. I didn't know he was going to be in that, and that was my first thought, and we were right.
That's solid casting. As far as Spider-Man Far From Home, we don't know who he's playing, but looking at his face, people seem to think Kraven the Hunter.
Yep, and I'm 100% okay with that.
Okay. Or the Chameleon.
Yeah, some people are saying that he might play the Chameleon. Yeah, I'm fine with either or. Traditionally, Kraven is Eastern European. This guy is Turkish German.
Yeah. Looks like a badass.
Yeah, man. I think Kraven would be a really good idea because he could be like a looming presence, always coming after Spider-Man, right? Like he heard about the most dangerous game, right? And he heard about this kid, and he's been tracking him. You know what I mean? He's been stalking him, and he finally, finds out that he's coming to Europe or whatever, and he's over there. So he's just like, all right, I'm gonna hunt all these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I think Kraven is definitely a villain that needs to be finally shown in his glory.
I want Dr. Octopus to be in the MCU. It's my favorite Spider-Man villain.
I have a feeling that you're going to get Doc Ock very soon.
Yeah, I need to. Fuck the Goblin. I want Doc Ock. That's my guy.
Look, it's an unpopular opinion. I think they could do Doc Ock a lot better than they did before.
Is that an unpopular opinion?
Yeah.
People really love Doc Ock. People really love Doc Ock.
I didn't think his Doc Ock was that great.
What's his name? Something Molina?
Alfred Molina. Yeah. And I like Alfred Molina. I think he's a great actor. I just did not.
I thought it was fine, but
I just didn't. I didn't think it was that great.
Part of it is
not bad, but it was just not that great.
Part of my reasoning for enjoying his performance is because I like the character, and I think the character looked good.
He looked good. I'll give you that.
But he wasn't like deranged like I want Doc Ock to be. Like he wasn't like super arrogant. With just a touch of hubris, which prevents him from achieving his goals.
Yeah,
he was just He was like mad. He was a bit of a simp.
Yeah, like he was a little too sympathetic.
Freeze.
Yeah, he was Mr. Freeze.
He was too sympathetic as a villain, I thought.
So who would you get to cast?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Doc Ock.
The Rock?
He wouldn't need to. He would just hold. He would use his 4 arms, and he would just hold it with his everymanness. He would grab Spider-Man with his 4 fucking arms.
He hates The Rock.
That guy. That movie's really bad. You watch that movie yet?
What?
Skyscraper?
Fuck no.
I've
decided to forego that.
In 3 months when this movie hits DVD, that'll be a No Time to Bleed. Look forward to that No Time to Bleed.
Oh boy,
Jesus! Because wow, I'm on bad movie overload right now, guys.
Yeah. So much that you went on social media to say something about it. That's how you know.
You never do that shit.
Right.
This movie fucking sucks.
We're going to have a good time.
I'm watching it tomorrow night.
Oh, we're going to have this is the new Temptation.
Oh,
wow.
Shit.
Okay. That's a high bar.
Speaking of movies you've seen, can we switch back to checked out? I want to hear about Sorry to Bother You.
So Sorry to Bother You is a really good movie. It is weird and surreal. It has it speaks to me on a different level. It's funny, but it's quirky. You know what I mean? Like I would not necessarily recommend this movie to people who are just like mainstream. Like this is very much an art piece made by a bunch of weird artists,
right?
But like, don't read the synopsis. Just go see it.
That's what everyone says. Yeah. Like, go in as blank as possible.
I just know that he plays a telemarketer. That's all I know.
That's all you need to know. And then he has a white voice, and it's all about how this telemarketer is using He found a way to excel in this career because he was going nowhere, but he found a way to excel using his white voice, his David Cross voice.
Yeah.
And is that who's doing his voice?
It's David Cross. Who's the other comedian?
Patton Oswalt.
Plays
the white voice.
That's really funny.
It was funny. I was sitting next to my wife. Miles spoiler. I was sitting next to my wife, and there were the only 2 other black people in the fucking crowded ass theater to see this movie. And Patton Oswalt's character comes up and he starts talking. And my wife and the woman she was sitting next to are like, Ghost?
Wait, what?
The dude from Power.
From Power?
Yeah. He's Patton Oswalt's voice.
Wait, what? So wait, Patton Oswalt is talking.
Patton Oswalt's voice is coming out of Ghost's mouth.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow.
Because he has kind of like on that show, right? He's like a tough guy, kind of talk slang and all that.
He reminds me of Joe Budden.
Guy. Yeah. So picture Joe Budden with Patton Oswalt's voice.
I'd like to see that actually.
It's really good, man. I really enjoy it.
Joe Budden.
It talks about how, the main crux of it is, do you sacrifice who you are, and for your own betterment? Like, do you sit there and watch some shit happen? Do you partake into some foul shit,
right, in
order to advance yourself? And it deals with the repercussions of that, man. And it's really good, man. I super enjoyed it. And everybody is pretty good in it. Armie Hammer's in it. He plays a pretty decent guy. Stephen Ewan, the guy from The Walking Dead that got his fucking head bashed in. It's really good, man. It's really good.
I've got to see this weekend. I'm definitely gonna watch this.
I have like 3 or 4 movies in the theater that I want to see if I get 14 seconds to rub together. All right, next up, Terrence.
Next up, Batwoman's TV series is in the works at the CW.
Congratulations, Micah. You called it.
Yeah.
You nailed it right away.
I mean, fine, sure, whatever.
I think.
Do you want to do a little dude I told you, or this isn't that
No, this isn't. You know.
This is like, dude, I told you.
Yeah, like, all right, I get it. You know. Plus, it's not that difficult to call. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of an easy one.
Yeah,
I'm actually disappointed I didn't call this.
Like, you know what? I bet you that the sun is going to rise in the west tomorrow. Or rise in the east tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to take that? $100. Shit.
I think this is. Is she still going to be a lesbian?
I'm sure she will
pretty
be.
Sure.
I mean, it's the CW. I can't imagine them not leaning into that.
Yeah, I hope that's not something they shy away from.
No, because Supergirl's sister is a lesbian, and then White Canary on Legends of Tomorrow is a lesbian. And they fucked.
It'll be nice to see one actually in a starring role.
Yeah,
her name is on the title, and I'm waiting for the backlash. Whatever backlash it'll be, there'll be backlash to this.
So they're doing an open casting for the character
for Batwoman.
Yeah.
Oh well, then if they don't cast a lesbian, then.
Oh, that's right. That would be a problem.
Yeah.
That's
problem
stupid.
Now. Cancel the show before it even starts.
Also, open casting as far as race, which I had an interesting take on this. Look, if you've never read a Batwoman comic, she wears a red wig. Like, it is very red. It looks like a Party City Fright wig. I don't want to see a woman of color wearing that. Like, I just don't. It's fine. Let the whites have this one. It's okay. Yeah. I just think it would just look ridiculous. That being said, it's fine. Kay Kane's a cool character. I read a little bit of Batwoman. Greg Rucka wrote Batwoman for a little bit with J.H. Williams III doing the artwork, which was fucking gorgeous. I had somewhere upstairs. I have a couple Batwoman books, but yeah. I mean, she's a former soldier who takes up the mantle. Like, her guy in the chair is her dad, who's also former military. So he looks out for her. So I'm sure since it's the CW, they will prominently have him as a part of her team. I don't care. That's just what I'll say. I don't care anymore about the CW shows. I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to watch it. But,
I'm definitely not going to watch it.
Good for people who are going to watch it.
Yeah. No, I tapped out of The Flash, and that was my last go, and I'm done. All right, next up.
And last up, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6 begins filming next week.
Ooh. It's exciting.
Still haven't seen the show.
You gotta get on it. Did you finish the latest season?
No, I was waiting for it to come on Netflix, so I didn't have to steal it. So It's on Netflix now, so I'll watch it.
All right, cool.
I just want to get caught up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it doesn't come back until 2020, I believe.
Oh, I got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Man.
No, I'm sorry. Summer of 2019.
All right, I got plenty of time.
Yeah, you have an entire year. Yeah, because they're trying to. I think they're trying to time it alongside the next Avengers movie, which leads me to believe that it will have decently large connections to it. That's my guess.
Oh, let's hope so.
Well, they held it off for, like, it would have come back normally in like March, but they're holding it off that long to drop it right at the same time. So here's hoping. All right, movie and TV news this week. Netflix reveals several new series and films from Millar World. So a while back, Netflix bought the rights to Mark Millar's publishing company, Millar World. And so now we find out that they are doing a TV series on Jupiter's Legacy, which is a multi-generational American superhero epic. They're also going to do American Jesus, which was a pretty famous comic book. Basically, what if Jesus came back, but he was Latino? So American Jesus. So this will piss off conservatives, so I'm up for that. Films, they're going to do Empress, which is Queen Emporia, is married to literally the worst dictator in the galaxy, King Morax. After escaping her palace with her children, Emporia and her family must hide from Morax and his army at all costs. Okay, never read it. Then they're doing a film called Huck. In a quiet seaside town, Huck uses his special gifts to do good deeds each day. His neighbors return the favors by keeping his abilities a secret. But when a newcomer alerts the media, a firestorm erupts, sending Huck on an adventure that will change everything. And then there's a couple other things that are named. So, who knows if those will happen or whatever. But basically, they're using this as a jumping off point into his universe. So, okay, that's fine. I'm kind of sad that they're not doing Super Crooks, even though I was told that movie was coming out any day now. You lied to me, Mark Millar. You lied to me on Twitter. Next up, Duncan Jones is set to direct Rogue Trooper. This is a comic done by Rebellion, who do Judge Dredd. So
I didn't know this was a comic. I just know the video game.
Yeah, ditto.
This was the Rogue Trooper was a video game? Oh, okay. Is this the same thing?
Yes, blue guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Is it?
I didn't.
Was it a comic book first? Oh yeah.
1981,
okay.
definitely.
Well, there you go.
Rogue Trooper is a blue-skinned Mohawk sporting genetically engineered soldier. What's the game about? Just a shoot 'em up?
Just a blue dude shooting shit.
Okay.
That's literally it. I didn't see the appeal to the game, honestly.
Well,
I didn't know it was a comic book, so I guess that's why they did it. It's very strange.
Well, it's pretty popular over there, overseas. I know a couple of British folks are pretty excited about it. So, I mean, I guess they're going to eat their crumpets while watching or whatever it is you people do. Drink your tea.
But bland food.
Everything is boiled. I actually like some British food, to be honest. So yeah, Duncan Jones is going to do it. That's cool. He's had 2 kind of misses lately, but hopefully this gets him back on track. John Vogt Roberts shares updates on the Metal Gear Solid movie they've turned into script. And they have some concept art.
Just the King Kong guy?
Yes.
All right.
What do you guys think of the concept art?
Concept art doesn't really. Concept art always looks good, right?
It's just Metal Gear.
It always looks good. I will be impressed when I see actual, production stills. Fully rendered, Entertainment Weekly ready production stills.
Those they're not going to look good.
I don't think so.
You think this movie's going to bomb?
The funny thing is, I think they'd be able to nail the costumes and everything, but in production stills, the way Metal Gear Solid looks, this is not going to look right.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what aesthetic you're going to put for a Metal Gear Solid movie. Like I don't know what you choose. Do you choose like more nighttime?
I think everything will be bluish hues.
Yeah, but what kind of camera do you use? Like I don't know. Like it can't look too clean. It's got to have a look to it, and I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
get Hideo Kojima to direct the goddamn movie and just rein his weird ass in.
No,
you get somebody to rein him in.
No one can rein him in.
Who will rein him in?
Steven Spielberg.
Who will rein him in?
Oh, what's the guy who?
Geoff Keighley.
I was gonna who fillets him on TV.
Yeah, he ain't gonna rein him in. He'll if Hideo Kojima did it, the movie will be 45 hours long.
Yeah, I mean that's how long the goddamn story to this
the 12-hour Metal Gear story.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
I don't think this movie's gonna do well, guys. I think it's gonna be really,
I think people
really
that
bad.
know Metal Gear Solid are going to watch it and be like, "This is terrible."
Yeah,
yeah. I think that's going to be the outcome.
What did you think of King Kong?
What the
me?
Jackson?
I hated it.
Peter Jackson?
No, the one he did.
Skull Island.
Skull Island.
I heard that was terrible.
Yeah, I hated it. I am not blown away by this director's work at all.
What else has he done?
I don't know, but Kong Skull Island was enough for me. It was enough for me. I was like, I'm fucking done. This fucking dumbass movie. Yeah, I am.
Good luck. That's all I gotta say. And what version of Snake do you use?
I have a feeling this
Big Boss Giant Ocelot.
Is it gonna be like Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah, I think this would be Metal Gear Solid. That's
like the first.
That's
the
the best play
one.
Because it's the most tapered down. It's
right.
Yeah.
It's linear. The characters are very unique, but they're not like overly, they're gimmicky characters, so they'll be memorable.
Yeah,
but they're not weird. You know what I mean? Like Vamp isn't in the first one.
Yeah,
the fucking vampire, like the fat man on rollerblades. He's not in it. The black woman with the blonde hair, the weirdest of them all.
Well, this one, according to the concept art, they got the ninja guy in there.
The ninja was in the first one. That's the weirdest one they have. And
Psycho Mantis.
Yeah, and Psycho Mantis.
Isn't that the guy you have to like flip your controller upside down to play it?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Psycho Mantis gets all in your business and shit. Like, I see you've been playing Castlevania and you suck at it. Like, oh, fuck you, yo.
Wait, he like reads your save history?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
That shit was really cool.
It was, man. Like, it freaked you out.
Back in 1995, whenever the fuck that game came out.
It freaked you out,
what the fuck? Yo, cut that shit out.
How does he know?
Why is he only talking about Konami games?
Really? Was that the only thing he did?
Yeah, because it's Konami.
That's really funny.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, all right, I see you played a Konami game. He's not going to talk about, Wipeout.
Yeah, I'm like looking over the director's work. I hear The Kings of Summer was good. But other than that, no, I'm good.
Yo, who you gonna get Snake to play Snake?
They gotta have the best fucking voice.
Because first of all, Snake is based off of Kurt Russell.
Yeah, from Escape from L.A.
Yeah, right. Snake.
And
that's Snake Plissken.
Yeah. And he's voiced by
his alias in the second one.
Right, that's his alias.
Snake Plissken?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. They just really leaned right into that.
Okay, damn.
He was like, I came up with this clever name. That's you're stealing.
It's an homage. Nah, yo.
You can't, it's not an homage if you say it.
Right. And then you gotta have David Hayter's voice, because the voice is iconic. But
technically, David Hayter could play him.
I think he's probably too old though, right?
No,
maybe he plays like old Snake.
And even then, and then I don't know. You got to get a right Snake. Snake and Otacon have to have a decent rapport.
Look at a picture of David Hayter.
Is that a current picture you're looking at? I've seen.
He looks like Billy Ray Cyrus, actually. No.
I thought that was Harry Connick Jr.
That is Harry Connick Jr.
No, it's not. You're racist.
Wait, what is it?
I mean, I thought it was him too.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh no, that is Harry Connick Jr. What?
What are you looking at?
What are you looking
I looked up. David Hayden. Sorry. I guess he played a character in it.
Hayter.
Oh yeah, that guy, the goofball guy.
No, shut up.
Oh, that's David Hayden.
That's Bill Hader.
Oh, that's Bill Hader.
Yeah, all right.
Oh wait, this guy?
Yeah, that guy.
This guy cannot play Snake.
That's an old picture.
This guy looks like like the worst porn. This looks like the worst porn director.
Konami didn't even want him to voice Snake in the last game.
Yeah, what kind of shit is that?
That's fucked up, man. That was a big FU. That's what Konami did.
So they got Kiefer Sutherland to voice 12 lines.
Yeah, I think they need to base it off of the Shadow Moses incident, and I think they need to. I think they need to have the wacky characters. You know what I mean? You can have Vulcan Raven and Sniper Wolf, and like those were cool characters.
No, you got to put Sniper Wolf in real close, dude. You can't have her running around in a fucking G-string with a handgun.
No, she was.
She had like that. She had on what Black Widow has on, just like zipped down halfway.
Yeah, that's not
very tactical.
Yeah, that's not ready for war. She's like, titties. It's not like she's a Russian spy who got picked up recently. Who was just
I think she
offering.
was Russian. Of course, was Sniper Wolf Russian?
Yeah, offering blowies.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not. It's been forever since I played that game, and I'm just waiting for the Metal Gear fanboys to come back and be like, "You don't know anything about Metal Gear."
Oh no, we got someone who responded to our original thing when this movie got announced that called us 3 dumb fucks. I'm like, yeah, we're dumb fucks. We'll see how well this Metal Gear movie does. We'll see how dumb we are. Spoiler alert: it's going to flop hard.
Yeah, there you go, Sniper Wolf.
Yeah, no, it's something I would jerk off to. I get it. It's funny.
Titty's just out. Like, oh, all right,
strategic. No, it's not.
That's where I keep the bullets.
Right under my nipples. Okay, seems weird. Birds of Prey team announced for a live action movie. This is an interesting team. Black Canary, Huntress, which are obvious. Cassandra Cain and Renee Montoya will join Harley Quinn's girl gang in the Margot Robbie film Birds of Prey. It's interesting that they're not going with Barbara Gordon's Batgirl. Obviously, Cassandra Cain played Batgirl or took up the mantle of Batgirl for a while. Then she was Black Bat. But she's a psychopath, and she murders people pretty unrelentingly. I think she's like okay now. Are you fine with Barbara Gordon not being there?
Yeah, I am.
Considering this is R,
you gotta have let one of those people come out and, like, let Barbara Gordon be like the one for the kids.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of bummed that she wasn't there, but that's kind of what I thought too. Like, if they're gonna make this rated R, I guess you don't need Barbara Gordon there.
Nah.
Now, do you make Cassandra Cain Batgirl, or do you make her like Black Bat? And
everybody's a bat at one point. You make her call her Batwoman, and then No,
you can't call her Batwoman. That's a different character.
No, they could do whatever the fuck they want to do.
You're just like, fuck it,
yo, fuck it, fuck continuity. Seriously, like they can't do it, and they're not really known for it, right? Like
Batman.
all the good DC stories are all like on different Earths and shit.
No, that's very true, actually.
So fuck it, like that's what they're known for. They're known for tweaking their characters, and like everybody's getting pissed off about it. Fuck Batman, like it's just a different Robin. It's just a different version of Dick Grayson.
Here's the thing.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with him saying it. Everything else, I'm not fine with.
It is what it is.
I ain't watching it.
It doesn't look
great.
I'm surprised you didn't give your line. It doesn't look good at all.
Yeah, it
doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all.
No, Venom doesn't look good at all. It don't look great.
You're nicer than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Birds of Prey turns out to be. Next up, as I wrote, Scarlett Johansson will no longer rub and tug in a crowded theater. Sad. Yeah, so she's out.
Nah, fuck this noise. I don't got time for all this.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. I get it. Like,
yeah, she should have done it.
Now the casting call begins.
No, it doesn't. They canceled the movie.
Oh, they completely canceled it?
I believe it's getting canceled.
Wow.
Boom.
Yeah, no, that's dumb. They were like, "Oh, you didn't want Scarlett Johansson? Well, now you're getting nothing, you trans folks. How about how you like it now?" And they're like, "Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we'd prefer
didn't know
trans
who it was
actors."
before.
Right, exactly. We didn't know who that person was before. So
right.
Whatever.
I mean, it does kind of suck because it's an interesting story. A trans mob boss.
Yeah,
like I'd watch that. That sounds interesting as fuck. But yeah, they were like, "Nah, you don't want our white woman. Fine, you can't have your movie." Like, okay, that seems weird.
Wow, they straight canceled it. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, that's just fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Like, they didn't even try.
No, like she pulled out of the role and they canceled it like the next day. They were like, "Hey, yoink." They're like, "You pulled out, we pulled funding. We're done." Like, God damn. That's kind of interesting. Trace Lysette, she apparently slammed Scarlett Johansson for taking the role. She's I guess a moderately famous trans actress. So she's on Transparent. Yeah, so they're no longer doing Rub and Tug, which, by the way, is slightly an offensive title, I feel like. But it would get me to see a movie.
I wonder why it was called Rub and Tug.
I think they ran a massage parlor.
Yeah, he was
okay.
mob boss / massage parlor person.
Wow, that is weird.
Well, it was probably a front.
Yeah.
Where they jerked people
off. What a front.
Right, that's already illegal.
Right.
Like, why don't we cover up our major illegal business with a less legal business or slightly more legal? Yeah, so they canceled that shit.
Wow. God
look,
damn.
I mean, I mean, we talked about it at length last week, but I think this is probably for the best. I mean, not ending of the movie, but her pulling out of it.
Yeah. It was too much fucking hassle for that.
Yeah, I mean, but it does go to a point that I find interesting, which is you can't do movies that have any level of controversy around them anymore. That will have any level, unless you're really willing to weather the storm.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do anything. I mean, there's that movie we're not going to talk about in trailers, but there's that movie. The way they kept saying her name, I thought they were going to call the movie Fatty Patty, but I forget what it's called. Like
Insatiable.
Insatiable. Fatty Patty is a better name.
That's going to be a fucking problem.
That's what I'm saying. It's a skinny white chick wearing a fat suit, and she's like, "I'm fat, everyone hates me." And then all of a sudden, she gets punched in the face, which is fucking dark, by a guy. She gets her jaw wired shut over the summer, and then she comes back and she loses all the weight, and now she's hot. I was like, "Yo, who the fuck thought this was acceptable?" Yo, that's the trailer. And so now she's getting all of her hot, skinny revenge on all these people
like
who treated her.
I would have a problem with that 20 years ago. Like, what?
Yeah, that is the actual storyline. She got punched in the face and got her jaw broken, so it had to be wired shut, and that's how she lost the weight.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yo,
and now she's beautiful, so she's good.
Who the fuck greenlit that?
Netflix got some balls on them, boy.
They're like, say something, do it. But you're not gonna watch Netflix now? You're not gonna watch? Yes, you
are. Yo, that's fucking wild.
It's brazen, man. It's brazen. But at the same time, like, I gotta respect the level of brazen.
Like, fuck you.
They're just like, you gonna watch it? And you're like, I'm not, but I'm still gonna watch Netflix.
Wow.
Yeah, that trailer came out today. I was like, this is wildly unacceptable. Like, this is like, you know, those moments where you just go, yeah, this is not okay, guys. Like, it's not even up for debate. Like, this is like, not.
Nah, you can't do
that, yo. Like, it was like, let me just go ahead and prop up my ottoman, sip on my mint julep, and watch these young people have a free for all.
They're gonna kill each other, choking each other.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, that storyline is wild, dude. It wasn't like, oh, she worked out and like no, she got her
nigga broke her jaw. Good God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, also, so is getting your jaw wired shut. That's crazy. That crazy woman did that shit on The Real World to lose weight. I was like, you can just diet, hit some cardio. No, just wear my jaw shut like Kanye West. It's fine. That's strange. Yeah, so don't do movies like that, guys. don't do movies like that. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea, Jeans.
And what's it called? Insatiable?
Yeah.
Like an insatiable appetite for revenge.
And Twinkies. Mostly Twinkies, though. Yeah.
Is she going to end up fat at the end of the movie?
I hope so.
She better. Like, there's got to be some sort of redeeming value.
Yeah, like, what the fuck, dog? You can't just like, oh, I'm fat. Punch in the face. I'm skinny. And in the movie. What?
Look, you know what?
She's going to...
I don't know when that movie comes out. By the way, again, it's a missed opportunity. It should have been called Fatty Patty.
August 10th.
I feel like I need to watch that.
Yeah, no,
like
we're reviewing it.
Insane.
No, we're reviewing it. Terrence and I are going to review Fatty Patty or whatever it's called. No, we're reviewing it.
That shit sounds out fucking
Yo,
outrageous.
I watched the trailer.
I haven't seen the trailer. I'm gonna have to watch that
I think by the end, I guffawed. Like, it was just like... I was bewildered. I was vexed.
Holy shit. I got to watch that when we finish the show.
It is fucking nuts. Make sure you go to thenerdpocalypse.com/premium. Sign up for premium content. It's only $5 a month or $50 for the full year. You're going to want to sign up because you get full episodes of Look Forward, which is our political podcast. You get episodes of No Time to Bleed, our action movie podcast, which the new episode is this weekend. So look forward to that on Monday. You also get episodes of Airing of Grievances, which is our Seinfeld podcast, episodes of The Men with the Golden Tongues, which is our James Bond spy podcast. You guys are doing...
we're going to do Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery.
All right. Did they make 3 of those?
They did.
Wow.
Yeah. The first one was funny. The second one blew up, and then the third one had Beyonce in it.
Gold member.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so good.
It's a dick joke. Yeah. But he can't say gold dick.
Yeah.
So you have to say member. But nobody refers to their penis as a member. So it's not funny.
That's not the only reason that movie's not funny.
No. It's one of myriad reasons why that movie is not funny.
Remember when Mike Myers was actually funny?
Yeah. I saw it on Austin Powers. That was when he was funny.
I like
and Wayne and
Wayne's World.
Yeah, Wayne's World. Funny
unappreciated Mike Myers movie. So I Married an Axe Murderer.
I like that movie.
Yeah, it's good. That's like that was in his solid like Mike Myers was like
that
on
movie
fire.
and like the Cable Guy were like right.
Yeah, they were good dark comedy.
Cable Guy is a movie.
Yeah, we actually talk.
Yeah,
we were just talking about the other day.
Yeah,
unbelievably
I love
unappreciated
Cable
movie.
Guy. That movie was fucking insane.
It is,
but it's so good.
But people didn't know what to do it because he didn't do dark comedies, so people didn't. They're like, this is like wildly serious. I was like, he's a stalker who buys hookers for his new friends. Like he was a fucking crazy person.
The password is foreskin.
Ew.
So gross. Oh, we're playing.
Ben Stiller directed that movie.
Is that right?
Yeah, Ben Stiller directed that movie.
Did a good job, actually.
Yep.
Ben Stiller is a pretty talented guy, actually. All right.
Did you like Tropic Thunder?
Yep.
Yeah, he did. Which is also a super dark comedy.
Yeah.
People get straight up murdered in that movie. All right, What the Fuck brought to you by JTD. Micah, take it away.
Zhang Xiaoen, the son of a successful businessman from Hangzhou, China, is facing prison time after stealing, tens of millions of dollars to satisfy the needs and desires of his beautiful and allegedly manipulative girlfriend. Growing up as the only child of a wealthy Chinese family, 29-year-old Zhang was accustomed to luxury and spending large sums of money on anything he desired. But even his family's substantial financial resources were apparently insufficient when it came to satisfying the needs of Yang Yizhen, the young woman who became his girlfriend 2 years ago.
Oh, she was putting it down.
An online influencer, live streamer,
unemployed,
live streamer,
get a job, Zhang,
and freelance model,
freeloader.
Yang Zizhen was reportedly the light of Zhang's eyes, and he spared no effort in making sure that she was happy. Unfortunately, even for a rich boy like him, Yang's needs were apparently too much to handle. Over the last 2 years, Zhang, the guy, spoiled his hot girlfriend, debatable, with all kinds of expensive presents, from designer clothes.
I mean, no offense. Jewelry, I feel like you can get those a dime a dozen over there.
to trips to Dubai. All right, to keep up with the expenses, the 29-year-old reportedly squandered $1.5 million of his father's...
No. 10.5.
Oh, I'm sorry. $10.5 million of his father's company's money.
Like
dollars.
Yeah, in dollars.
That's 70 million, Juan Valdez. And then he started...
You spent $10 million on a bitch?
And
like, are you serious right now?
I mean, look, I don't mind opening doors for ladies, but...
How are you going to get that from me? You think I'm spending $10 million?
You can get 10 million high fives.
Some niggas will give a woman $10 million and it still won't be enough. More on that Sunday. Unfortunately for Zhang, things didn't go exactly as planned, and instead of winning
we're
back...
gonna be offensive assholes on that episode.
I can't... Yo, Tyler Perry hates you, black women. He hates you. He fucking hates you. He hates you because he ain't you. Reportedly, Zhang... Unfortunately for Zhang, things didn't go as planned. Instead of winning back the $70 million that he borrowed... he ended up losing another 170 million yuan, which equates to $25.4 million of his lender's money. Unable to pay back his debts, the young man was reported to the police and eventually arrested, and was lucky that Chinese triad didn't break his goddamn kneecaps. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yo, this nigga squandered $35 million on a woman.
I wouldn't spend $10 million on my wife.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, $25 million. No. She was like, just spend it on me. Like, no. Put some in the bank. Be fiscally responsible. What are you doing?
What the fuck?
What were you doing? What were you doing with the money? $25 million? You know what I could do with $25 million? I would have held her down and had her cloned and silenced. I'd be like, stop asking me for money, and I'm gonna have sex with your clone. Just get out of here. Like, just get out of here, man. No, come on. And look, this is not just being sexist. If it was the other way around, if a woman spent $25 million on a dude, you're a sucker. What are you doing? She like you said, it's debatable. It's debatable.
Right. I can't.
And look, I have definitely seen hotter online influencers and freelance models on Instagram. No. Does she have an Instagram page?
I don't know if this is her. And it's only 4 images. So
nah, for $25 million, you're going to have to fill that page for all the baller shit I bought. You get the fuck out of here. No.
Yo, what the fuck?
Did she go to jail?
It doesn't say in the story.
So she's at home chilling?
Yeah, probably.
Nah, yo. No, I'm coming for you.
She didn't.
No, I'm coming for you, dude.
Yeah,
I'm collecting my $35 million right out of your ass. Get out of here. Now you got to die.
Oh,
his high maintenance girlfriend not only abandoned him, but also started collaborating with prosecutors to build the case against him.
Yo,
she stopped mentioning him.
She's a Russian spy, my guy. Like, run, dude.
She stopped mentioning him completely on social media and reportedly started posting photos of herself with other victims. I mean, men.
She's a Black Widow.
Yeah.
She's murdered before. Nah, dude, no.
Yo, this
$36 million.
Yo, and then she was just like,
I don't know that nigga.
Bye, nigga. I don't know her.
No, I don't know
she
her.
Picked up the phone. She was like, what's the number for Robert Mueller?
All right.
Like, God damn. $35 million. Nah, yo, we had to fight in the street.
Yeah.
Like, we have to have a kung fu match in the middle of the fucking street. Like, no, you're not taking $36 million of my money. Get out of here. That's crazy. Man or woman. No, we got to fight. All right, Terrence.
That's fucking...
Yo, how good was that pussy that you spent 36? It can't be that good. It can't
be that good.
You could have sex with 36 really, really good looking women.
For $1 million a piece?
I feel like at least $1 million. You could do it. I know you can do it for less.
Yeah, far less.
Far less, right? You can get a high class escort for $500. Right?
That's insane to me. Like, that doesn't register in my brain.
That guy's never had sex with a woman before.
And he's a pedophile because look at that girl.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
Again, debatable.
Also, a bunch of makeup.
Also, a bunch of makeup or plastic surgery because her eyes are super big, and that is a very American look. Nah, you could have done better.
Yo, this nigga spent $36 million on a broad. Yeah,
$36 million to have sex with a woman with a 12-year-old boy's body. Get out of here. No, look. You're gonna have to have Jasmine Cashmere's skills before I'm gonna spend $36 million.
God damn.
Nah, you're gonna need $36 million. I'm gonna need you to be Belladonna.
Oh, just do whatever.
Just filthy.
Yeah, you just do whatever.
Nah, $36 million. Nope.
Yeah.
I got a list. We going through that shit 2 times. Let's get to work.
Yo, that's crazy.
I've seen several of your videos. I'd like to try these things. No, that's crazy, man. Nobody should spend that kind of money on anybody.
Yeah.
And I don't hear, oh, you a broke boy. Yeah, I am. I don't have $36 million. And no one listening to this show does either. Get out of here.
If you do, give us
Yeah,
some.
why haven't you signed up for premium content? Oh, I signed up for $5 a month. You got the 50. Get out of here. Come on.
My story is gross. Man says metal cup removed from anus was put by muggers. Sure, nigga. Sure. Muggers.
Is that what they call that?
Is that what they call it?
LGBTQM, is that what the M stands for now? Muggers? Hey, come on, yo.
Just admit that you like to put cups up your ass.
You just like putting stuff up your butt, yo. Like, that's fine, man.
Is
that's
it so
fine.
wrong?
Well, where does this take place? Security guard Ramyan,
India.
62. Said he was robbed of 545, whatever that is. Was it baht, lira, euro,
looks like
rand?
Lira.
He had made selling his motorbike. Doctors said he was knocked out during the attack and woke up with severe abdominal pain.
Nah, you lying.
10 days later, he came to the 10 days later. Yo, this nigga had a steel cup up his ass for 10 days.
So is he a doctor or an engineer?
He's an engineer.
He had to fucking figure out the specs to shove that up his ass.
He had to MacGyver that shit. Like, nah.
Wow.
Oh my God, these
10
images
days
are
later,
fucking horrendous.
He came to the hospital and a scan revealed he had a steel cup lodged up his ass. A steel cup, not just a cup, like a plastic, like a blue plastic cup.
Yo, where would a mugger just randomly get a steel cup, man?
Yo, get him. Take his wallet, hold him down. I got this steel cup I just bought. Let's do this shit.
Come on, yo.
I got this goblet that I got from a fucking auction.
You're right.
Like, come on.
Come on, man. Like, just living your truth, man. That's it, yo.
Here's the thing.
It's 2018.
Like, here's the thing. In this case, don't. Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to not shove cups up your ass.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna do so, like, make sure it's designed to do that. Because
go to a store, man.
Yeah,
just go to a store.
10 days later, he came to the hospital and scan revealed he had a cup stuck up his ass. That's not what the article says. Surgeons at Rama Hospital in Kanpur city of Uttar Pradesh state in India, had to operate on the man's anus to remove it. I'm sure you did. Senior surgeon Dr. Dinesh Kumar said in the vicious self-inflicted attack, he fell unconscious and he did not know what transpired during this period. Maybe someone did shove that shit up his ass.
Yeah, maybe they did.
It's possible. There's some weird ass motherfuckers, but okay. After 10 days on June 26th, he came to us with severe abdominal pain and discharge from his... Discharge is a disgusting word.
Yeah, it's kind of...
That word just makes me sick to my stomach. Discharge.
Moist discharge. You're welcome.
That's nasty.
Yeah,
we conducted an ultrasound scan to find out the problem, and we're astonished to see a steel tumbler lodged.
Yeah, don't say tumbler to me, my nigga. Don't say that to me.
Inside his abdomen. It's like you've got a tumbler stuff.
Oh my God.
Yo, what the fuck? This is insane.
Nah, yo.
It seems that the metal cup was inserted into Ramdan's rectum by the goons. Yeah, goon, all right. Sure. Yeah. And it got stuck near the intestines, causing him acute pain. Yo, he looks really skinny too. He's a small guy. Then I
don't think that matters.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, it's still putting a cup up your asshole. I don't know another way to say it.
The surgery lasted 2 hours, and he was discharged from the hospital on July 4th.
God damn.
Well, this isn't in America, but like Independence Day.
This is my independence. Oh my God. Yo, so before I get to my story, there's an offshoot story I saw. A model in Serbia has been criticized after she took a selfie with her dad, then posted on social media, which wouldn't be so bad, but it's a picture of her in the hospital with her dad dead.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What? Come on, yo.
She uploaded the picture with the caption, "Dad, ... rest in peace." And she's making like duck lips. Yo, social media is trash.
Yo, people are
they have no sense. They have no sense of like humanity anymore. For the likes,
gotta do it for the gram.
Yeah, you got to.
I can't imagine putting my business out on social media like that.
My dead parent? Rest in peace, Dad. Duck lips. Like, all right. Wow.
Rest in peace, Dad. Hashtag RIP. Hashtag always love you. Hashtag. Like what?
Hashtag blessed.
Right.
Hashtag blessed. See you soon.
God damn.
without the hashtag.
God damn. Yeah. Just a whole fucking paragraph. With correct punctuation, so the hashtag stops.
Yes, that's right.
And then it's just like, wait, what? What is this? What is going on?
Correct hashtag. Correct hashtag. Incorrect hashtag. It happens every time. It's adorable, actually.
No, it isn't. It really isn't. It's very, very frustrating.
I find it quite amusing. If you just stuck to 2 hashtags, you'd be okay.
That's it, man.
It's like you got to press your luck on the third one.
God damn it, man.
DON''T. God damn it, doesn't work. It's broken.
Like, there's a point to hashtags, right? Like people don't just throw them out there. Like you're supposed to click on it and it'll show you everything that has that hashtag. It's just not just like a fad. It's just like postscript words, living my life, blessed. Like, could you imagine if we all talk like that?
I do.
God
hashtag
damn.
Blessed. Yeah, that's hashtag crazy.
Piece of shit. Like, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah. So, okay. So to my actual story, I just saw that as an offshoot. I was like, that's insane. My story, bird-eating giant tarantula on the loose after escaping from container.
No.
Yeah, you can have that one.
Bird-eating spider babies, which can grow to the size of a dinner plate, were found inside some discarded pots at the side of a car park at Bateman's Yard Stable. No.
Where is that?
I think it's in the U.S. Yeah, it's in the U.S.
Derbyshire?
Oh, no, in Britain. I'm sorry, in Britain. Now the owner says she's worried now they've escaped. This is very worrying. 2 of our workers ran around the kennel screaming when they heard the news. Yeah, because they knew their lives would soon be over. We're getting a vet out so that we can take a good look and advise us on what we need to do. We're also going to be searching the area to make sure they're not here and then report if they are. No, if you find them, get a flamethrower and murder them. That's what you should do. Tarantulas the size enough to eat a bird is a problem. That's a real problem.
Tarantulas and arachnids are supposed to eat insects, not fowl.
Jump up and grab it. No, fuck that. That's disturbing. And I don't want to ever see a spider the size of a dinner plate, because wherever that thing is, I will not be.
Yeah, I might pass out and die.
No, I won't, because I will be running full speed the other direction.
Yeah, but it's scared of you more than you're scared of it.
Yeah, well,
or whatever.
You don't know how my brain works. No, I don't fuck with that.
Right? You know who says that? People who've never been bitten by a dog. Just stand there. He won't bite. Okay, and I stand there, and what the fuck the thing do? Jumps on me and fucking bites me. Son of a bitch! Fuck you, Kino.
That dog's probably well and dead.
Well, his breed isn't. Fuck Rottweilers.
Oh, that's a nigga dog. I mean, it is. It is. Man. They're lovely dogs, but they're dumb as a box of rocks. Trailers this week. Overlord. This is the J.J. Abrams trailer.
I'm looking at it now because I didn't get a chance to look at it before, and I'm like, fucking World War II, fuck this. And then all of a sudden, all this wild shit starts happening, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's like an alternative past.
It's like Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah, basically.
That's exactly what it is.
This is like.
Yeah, I'm down for this.
All right.
This looks fun.
This is cool.
Yeah. I like a good World War II movie that's hyper violent. Fitz is in it from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's kind of cool. I've never seen him in anything else, so it'd be cool to see him in a different environment. So, all right. Next up, Marvel Rising Initiation. This is
the cartoon.
This is the cartoon with Squirrel Girl and Miss Marvel and Spider Gwen or Ghost Spider.
I saw. I didn't get a chance to see this one. I saw bits and pieces of the trailer.
It looks good.
I've never been a huge fan of Marvel's animation, but it looks serviceable.
I actually like the animation style on this a lot. But But it looks fun. Clearly, the whole thing is getting Spider-Gwen on the team because they think she's like a vigilante. And then it's also got Patriot. Yeah, it's a cool team. And Chloe Bennett is voicing... she's actually voicing Quake. So that's kind of cool. All right, so I'm down for that. Titans. This is the trailer for the live-action Teen Titans TV show that's going to be on DC streaming. How excited are you about this, Terrence?
It's on DC streaming.
Yes.
Did y'all talk about this?
No.
What, Titans?
No. DC streaming service.
No, it's going to be $7.99.
It's going to be $7.99. I'll give it a try for 3 months.
Okay.
See what's on there.
All right, you let me know.
But
because I will not.
The problem is, like, the only thing that I would really, really want to watch would be Batman the Animated Series. I already own them.
Have that.
I already own them twice over.
Yeah.
And you also have Amazon, and they're on Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yes, they're on Amazon Prime.
All
so
right, well,
how many months are you going to try this?
For 1 month.
Do they have a week trial?
I don't think they do have a week trial.
No.
That's what they need to do. They need to give you a week for free.
Yeah, they should.
If they give you a week for free, then I will absolutely be all up on it. But
I mean, you should. You could even say a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
A month would be smart because it would give you likely 4 episodes of this show. That's a good space to get you hooked.
Yeah.
Right. If you actually are inclined to like it.
Yeah. But this show is not.
This doesn't look good.
I mean, they just don't like Joy over there. That's fine, you know.
Yeah,
their live action stuff is just joyless. Everything is superhero circa 2000 over there, you know. Like everything is full of angst and shit. Like I don't necessarily want to see my superheroes murking people, yo. They're murking them, yo. Like Robin, the boy wonder, is shooting people in the kneecaps.
Yeah,
fuck Batman. Like, you know, like, I mean, that
I was like,
that line felt so contrived. Like it's contrived, right? It's designed to elicit a very, very specific reaction, right? But like all the people will be like, yeah, hey, all right, like, but do you really think fuck Batman? Because everybody loves Batman, right? Like,
he was like fuck Ben Affleck's Batman specifically.
I guess. You wouldn't give it a shot?
No, I'm not paying this. I'm not paying for this. Are you out of your fucking mind?
You wouldn't give it a shot? I ain't saying no about paying for it.
I will.
You know the second the thing is available.
Oh, they're gonna pirate the fuck out of this service. Are you kidding me? I may give 1 episode a shot, but I'm not paying for it. No,
I didn't realize it was going to be this
dark
and gritty.
I don't think anyone.
Jesus Christ, man.
I mean, Hawk and Dove are fucking people up.
Yeah,
slicing kneecaps and shit. I'm like, yo, Jesus, Lord mercy, like, take it easy.
I don't. It's just.
Does it feel just like
violent for the sake of being violent to me?
Now I heard somebody. I was watching a YouTube video and someone was lamenting. He was like, "Well, if this was Daredevil, then everybody would be like, oh, okay, this is great. Like, it's just a different interpretation, man." What would you say to that person?
Well, Daredevil has a tendency to be fairly violent as a comic. Like, that's the point of it. Like, I wouldn't care. Like, I'm pretty sure Doom Patrol is like a pretty, like, I don't know because I'm not a super DC person, but I'm pretty sure that's a kind of like fairly violent comic book. So, or has moments of violence. So if that looked like this, I would be like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I've never seen Robin the Boy Wonder murk people.
He's the Red Hood.
Yeah, you might as well be wearing that costume.
Yeah.
Wrong character.
And then he said, and somebody brought that up. He was like, well, you know, Daredevil is known to be quite violent and serious, and Teen Titans has a history of, you know, all these colorful cartoons a la Teen Titans Go and Teen Titans Go to the movies. It's like, well, What about Batman Brave and the Bold? That was out when The Dark Knight was out.
What kind of logic is that? That's the offshoot of a serious character. That's not the standard. Here's what you should say. You like this. Other people don't like it. That's okay.
That's all right.
But don't try to. You don't have to try to make me like it.
You don't have to justify what you like to people, man.
Yeah.
Like you really don't. You like it. You like it. Fuck it.
Yeah, and that's okay.
I know it could be frustrating to have everybody shit on the thing you like.
I get it.
Congratulate. Now imagine if you had to, live like that through your entire life. People just shitting on you all the time, knowing that what you are is better.
That's it?
I think they get my point.
I bet a lot of people don't. So
you know what? You're probably right.
I got it.
I'm making an allegory about race relations to try and appeal to your whiteness.
There you go.
Because you can't understand it because you don't have to deal with it. You mad that somebody thinks that Robin the Boy Wonder murking people is a problem.
Stop saying murking. That's a problem. There's just nothing about this that super interests me.
Looks whack.
It just doesn't.
I would give the service a shot, though.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I don't believe you.
I'll give it a shot. More now. I have to. Now I have to for a month.
Yeah.
No. What happened to 3 months?
No, I said a month. I distinctly remember month coming out of my mouth.
With a 3 before.
Yeah, at first you said 3.
I distinctly remember month coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, this shit's going to be down to 2 weeks by the time this episode ends. I mean, I don't want to give it a full month. I mean, that seems like a lot. They should be able to do it in 2 weeks.
I'm not paying for it, so
I'm just concerned about the content.
Yeah,
the amount of content they have.
Well, I thought it was a grave mistake for them to not do a Marvel Unlimited sort of thing with their comics. They're like, we have old issues of our comics. Put everything up there. If it's $7.99,
they have old issues that will rotate quarterly.
Fuck off! Just put this shit up there, dude. Like that to me, you should have had $7.99. Here's how you should have done it. $7.99 for the TV service, right? You got the movies, you got the animated shit, like all that stuff is there. All right, cool. $7.99 is not an unreasonable price. $10.99, you get DC Unlimited tied into it. Boom. $10.99, you pay for both. You get access to all the DC comics 6 months after it's released and back. And they make a concerted effort to get all that stuff digitized. Yeah. Like if this was $7.99 or $10.99 with all the DC comics, I probably would get it. I probably wouldn't watch a lot of these shows, but I would use it for the comics. So like that's just a missed opportunity where Marvel still doesn't have the Marvel only stuff on a service, but they're probably about to have it the second Disney opens their shit because they're going to have a Marvel section. But, God forbid you be smart and fucking do something that would actually, put you out in front of your competition a little bit. Last but certainly not least, Assassination Nation. This looks like something that Neville, Dean, and Taylor would direct. This is a movie where people's private information gets leaked in this town. Somebody hacks everybody's information and they just start dumping private information into the public. And for some reason, these white people just go, oh shit, all of our stuff is out in the open. Let's just start murdering everyone. And that's what happens.
Sounds about right.
I mean, look, I'm going to see it. And then it's just like this weird, surreal people killing each other. It's very a la The Purge kind of thing. There's Joel McHale is in it.
Yeah, I was like, is that Joel McHale?
Yeah.
Playing a psycho?
So Joel McHale just has a gun and playing himself. Although I do watch his show on Netflix. It's
very funny.
Yeah.
I like Joel McHale.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know why people really hate his guts.
He's annoying.
I mean, I suppose, but like that's his shtick.
Yeah, that's his gimmick. Like
he's a dick.
He's I don't give a fuck. I'm a dick. Deal with it.
Yeah, it works. You seeing this?
No, I'm not watching this.
I'm looking at it now.
I'm way too old and way too black and way too. I'm not poor, but I ain't rich like what I assume these people are.
She had a shotgun with a bayonet on it.
There's nothing that I can relate to in this movie.
But you watch girls.
I can relate to girls more than this.
Only because of the guys in that show.
Yeah, because they're the smart ones. All the girls on girls are dumb.
Yeah, that's the whole. That's the irony of that show.
Right, that's the shtick. That's the hook.
Oh, stupid 20-year-olds.
Well,
yeah, I just can't. I can't watch this. A bunch of people of privilege, of financial privilege, wilding out. I've seen enough. I've seen enough women wilding out movies lately that I am okay with not seeing this.
Yeah, I'm going to see this. If this comes into my sphere of influence, I'm going to watch this.
You paying to see it?
If this comes into my sphere of influence, I'm going to watch
Netflix,
this.
right?
No, this is in the theaters.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was a Netflix movie.
Nah. I was, speaking. Yeah, this is actually going to be in the theater. Speaking of movies that are going to be in the theater that I cannot believe are going to be in the theater, Micah, you were here when I told Terrace this offline. We got a screening for The Meg. I'm so excited.
How?
Do you know, audience? Do you know how excited I am to see The Meg in theaters? I love Deep Blue Sea. This movie is going to be a fucking catastrophe. I can't wait. There's no way that movie is good. There's no way. But I hope I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong, actually. Okay.
Would you love to be wrong about that movie not being good?
I want it to be okay. I want it to be
a good bad movie.
Yeah, I want it to be so bad I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
And that's probably what it's going to be.
I hope so.
That stupid ass trailer.
Yeah.
It's a megalodon. What? A megalodon. Can you unhinge your jaw while you're saying that? What the fuck are you talking about?
He's in a movie he can't pronounce. That's why they call it The Meg. Because every time...
I can't pronounce the rest of that.
He's like, it's a Meg. They're like, all right, that's fine. Cut. Put it. We're done. It's The Meg now.
Wow. Jason Statham, Ruby Rose, and Rainn Wilson.
I like Rainn Wilson. Ruby Rose is not an actress.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah. All right, that's it for us. Any parting words?
Have fun at the Megalodon.
All right. I think. What do I see next week? Mission Impossible. So review for that will be coming up soon, and look for the reviews for Tao that I spoke briefly about. That was not good.
Good.
Dude. And then Terrence saw Unfriended Dark Web. So look for that trailer or that review as well. And
go watch Nanette if you are if you wanna have your heart broken and you wanna feel bad about yourself, particularly if you're a man. And if you are an insecure white man, this ain't for you.
Wow.
Yeah. Because she kind of goes in at the end on white dudes. And it's 100% justified.
Okay. It sounds like a movie I'd watch.
Where is it playing?
It's a Netflix stand-up.
Oh, that's okay. She's a lesbian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about one of the jokes after we get off the air.
All right, cool. Let's take down these white men one peg at a time. All right, excellent. All right.
Jack would have an aneurysm.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
See you.